Hi, it's Sandy B. Stitcher here. Long time no see, right? It's been several months, and I have decided that I was going to try to come back and make a video, show you what I've been working on, catch you up a little bit about what's been going on with me and Bob, and um, and see if I can keep doing them. I'm cutting out a whole lot of things out of my life to make it easier to do the things that I really want to do. And I think once I get some of the things that really don't matter all that much out, the things that I do care about won't seem like a burden anymore. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? I am so happy that you came back to watch the video. Um, I did lose some subscribers, but not a whole lot. And a whole lot of people watched my saying goodbye video. I think they just wanted to find out, was she dying or what? So I think before I get into the cross stitch, I'm going to quickly give you a life update. Um, for anybody who was new and didn't know what was going on or just happens to catch me now. And if that's the case, be sure and subscribe and be sure and like my video. Um, my husband, Bob, has Parkinson's disease caused by Agent Orange in Vietnam. He is getting toward the end stages of it now, where he's got just about everything wrong that's going to happen. Right now, I can barely understand him when he speaks. His voice is very, very hoarse and very low. And we are undertaking an online speech therapy thing. It's called Speak Out. And the VA is providing this free of charge. And so that's going to be starting in a couple of weeks, and they think that that will help get him to be able to learn to overcome what the Parkinson's has done. He also walks with a walker and falls occasionally. He is doing better with the falls than he was before. Um, they're increasing the medication as they need to help him. And he has a very wonderful group of veterans doctors. And because he is considered, I think he's at the between 90 and 100% disabled through the VA, all of his medical is covered. All of his prescriptions are covered. They just mail them to us. It's a godsend because there's a lot, and we go to the doctors a lot. Okay, so that's where he is at. As far as me, most of you know that in May of 2020, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune called polymyalgia rheumatica, and basically it affects the muscles. And if you look at closely at my arms, I don't know if you can really see how my skin is kind of collapsing in because my muscles have kind of really deteriorated. But the worst of it was the pain, and prednisone controls the pain. But as most of you know, prednisone is on the support group, we call them the devil's tic tacs because they can be quite horrible. As well as relieving your pain, they can cause a whole lot of other problems. My rheumatologist has also started me on methotrexate and folic acid, and I've been on that now for, I want to say 5 months, maybe 5 to 6 months. And they're trying to get me down on the prednisone. So I am currently in the process of tapering down from 9 milligrams to 8 milligrams When I originally started, I started at 35 milligrams, so I've come down quite a ways. I do pretty good as far as pain and stuff like that. If I'm on my feet too long, my back hurts because I've also, in that time frame from May of 2020 until now, I've had 2 broken shoulders from falling in bob-related falls. And I have had sciatica, and I've had 2 compression fractures in my lower back. So it's been a ride. So I do tend to get back pain in the afternoon, especially if I'm on my feet. And I get fatigued very, very easily. So most every day, I usually have a nap. Sometimes it's a half an hour. Sometimes it's 2 hours. And sometimes I just lay down for a little bit and I don't really go to sleep. I just rest so that I'm in a prone position and my body just can rest for a little bit. Other than that, I've been stitching a lot and I have a lot to show you. I also tried to get my crochet out and I didn't get very far, but I did want to show you. I've been working on this hat for like 2 years. But here's my hat. And I've got to put like 6 inches onto this, and then that hat should be completed. So I hope to work on that some more. So, and I also have a small, like a lap blanket I'm working on, but I haven't done anything on that in a long time, so I'm not even going to show it to you. So I'm going to get right into the stitching. And I'm going to bring these out. They're kind of in the order. My last video was back in May, and I went on Instagram to see what I had posted pictures of since I made my last video. And so some of these I've worked on more than once, and some of these I've only worked on the one time. But this one I've worked on more than once, and everybody knows pandemic. And my fabric is wild berry something. And it's Jobel and Ada. And this is where it's at. And I still have problems with my left arm, so bear with me as I try to hold these things up. I think I'm far enough away from the laptop that I should be able to get them up without having to really reach up. But there's where I'm at on that. And that is quite a bit of progress from when you last saw it. Probably nobody remembers, but I know a lot of people have finished it, and a lot of people have a lot more progress than that, but that's what I got. All right, let me just stick this back in the bag because I had a real mess sitting here and I had to clean up a whole bunch of stuff. This is the pile, and this isn't all but this was all the Q-snaps that I had projects sitting around here, and so you know it was a mess. Because I have a tendency to work on something and then I think, okay, I want to work on something else. And so instead of taking that one and putting it away, I just get something new out and grab another Q-snap, which one went on the floor. Try to keep these from going on the floor. Okay, next one that I did some work on is Route 66. And this is from the Mike Vickery collection. And it's been quite a while. This was, I think, back in May when I worked on this. And I think I was working on the motorcycle. So, I hope you can see that. I'll try to get it up there to where you can. I think I did some more on the middle part there, the Route 66, and I worked on that motorcycle. And so let me put that one away. And as I was going through my box that I keep all of my bags in, I was seeing some projects that I haven't touched in a long time, and I was like, oh, I got to get this out, and I've got to get that out, and then I would go upstairs, and I see stuff that I need to start, and I'm like, oh, I need to work on that, I need to get that started. You all know that feeling, right? Okay, this is one of my Hades. This is Mini Mound Cabin Home, and this is designed by Michelle Sayetta, and it is artwork by Dominic Davison. Sometimes I just can't talk. All right, let's see where I'm at on this. It's been a long time since I had this out. Okay, there we go. Hope you can see it. You may have a little trouble seeing this bottom edge down there. That's where I was actually working last, was down there. There's a lot of threads in front of it. But this is going to be absolutely beautiful when it's finished. Don't ask me when that's going to be, but I have hopes that I'll be able to get all this stuff and all these things that I've got started and all that stuff I want to start done before God decides that it's my time to leave the earth. But I am getting older, so I have to stay ready. Okay, this one is also from the Mike Vickery collection, and it's called General Store. These are fun charts. They got a lot, so much detail in them. And this is where I am with this one. It's not a whole lot, but it's something, which is more than nothing. And I hope you can see that. You know what, I might try to see if I can pull this just a little closer. How's that? Is that better? And then get it into focus. That's kind of in the middle that I started working on that one. Usually I start upper left-hand corner, but as you can see on this one, it was, there's a lot of blank space in the corners, so I just decided it would be easier to go with the middle. Okay. Oh, this goes in there too. Put it in here or else I'll be sitting here going, oh, what bag does that go in? Okay, I'll pull a few more things over here. All right. This is my oldest whip. I'm going to show you now. And I did a lot of work on this when I was doing magical stitches earlier this year, but I dropped out of that back around the same time that I decided to stop doing the videos for a while. I was just getting overwhelmed. And this is a beautiful chart, and I love it, but sometimes I just can't work on it very much because it has, you've got to be very careful. You've got places where you're using full crosses, places you're using half crosses. Sometimes it's 2 threads, 3 threads, 4 threads. There are even some that are 6, but I usually don't do that. I'll do half stitches with the 4, but then I just kind of go my own way. But anyways, here we are. I'll try to get it up here. I can't see what you're seeing, so. But the whole one side is all completely done, and then I started down on this page down here, and then most recently I had the part of the bridge in there, and I went in there and I was trying to fill in above and below that bridge. And if I lean forward a little bit, get this up here to where you can see it better. But it is a beautiful, beautiful chart. And I did originally say that I wanted to get it done before the end of this year, but we're halfway through September almost, and I have some Christmas projects that are going to pop up here, and so I think that I'm not going to worry about it. It'll get done when it gets done. Okay, and I do have a finish. If you were on my Facebook group or saw Instagram, then you'll have seen this, but I thought you'd probably like to see it on the video too. This is Family Quaker, and I got that all finished. Isn't it beautiful? And this fabric, I think it was like an amber Ada. It's darker than what it's showing up there on the screen. On the screen, it's showing almost like it's a cream color, but it's not. It's almost brown. I don't know if there's any place that I can put it where it's going to look more like its color. I don't think so. I think I have fluorescent lights up above here, and I think the fluorescent lights are washing it out, but there it is. And it was very, very much fun to do, and I'm trying to remember, this was, oh goodness, Verbena Designs, I believe, on Etsy. Okay, and the next one, I tried to get all these unzipped, but I guess I didn't get them all. I had a new start in there. It's a tiny, tiny new start, but it's Paula Vaughn. To me, it looks like that is not focused, but now there it might be. Okay, and who doesn't love Paula Vaughn? And here's my tiny, tiny little start. It's hardly worth mentioning, is it? But it is a start. And I will get that back out at some point. What are you doing over there? Me, you. What are you getting into? 1 second, please. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, you're playing with the mask. Okay, I guess that's okay. My granddaughter's cat. He can be a real pistol. He decided about a week and a half ago to start going outside of the litter box. And he's a young cat. He's a couple of years old, maybe 3. And but he is spoiled rotten, and he makes me crazy. And that's, my granddaughter is still living here with us. Oh, and I wanted to show you what I've started doing. I decided I was watching, and when laying this on Jackie, I was watching Cross My Stitches. Hi, Jackie. And she said that she was switching all of her floss over to, excuse me, to the floss tags and the rings. And because every time she went to kit a project up, she always ended up going out and buying more floss that she maybe didn't need because it was actually a bunch of it in another project or in several projects. And I thought, you know, I have felt that way for quite a while, and it's just too much work to go around hunting in every project to see Do you have some of that? So I decided that this would be the way to go. So I am slowly, very slowly, transferring some of my projects that don't have a huge floss list over to the cards. And I just bought some on Etsy. Then I went out and I bought a Cricut. My granddaughter thought she would like that too. And I haven't figured out how to use it yet because I really haven't had a lot of time to spend with it. But I did go on and order. I could not find locally, I couldn't find these rings anywhere. So I went out and I bought, I went on 123 Stitch and I bought a whole bunch of this size, the next bigger size, and then just a few of a really big one for like maybe my Hades or something. So I started doing this with my floss, and it's kind of nice. And I've also started the process of my storage upstairs because I was using, I don't think I have any right here. Oh yeah, I do. I was using these little snack bags with a card in there and the number written. Now this happens to be a kit, so up here it says dark gold up here because it was in a kit, not DMC. And I will still use these for the kits. I'm not going to put them on floss tags just for the kits. But anyways, I was using these and I'd put the main floss in the front, and in the back I would put my extra pieces. And I decided I didn't want to do it that way anymore. All right, let's see. I was showing you this one. Oh, I took it out already. Heartstring Samplery. Coffee Quaker. Oh, glare, glare, glare. You all know what this one looks like. And here's where I am on this. And it's coming along. It's got a ways to go, but it is getting there. I have quite a few that have very little done on them. And then I have a few that are like this one that have, some done, but I got quite a ways to go. And very few that are close to finish. But like I said, eventually we'll get there. And this hair is driving me nuts. I used to have those bangs, and I've been trying to grow them out. And that's why I have it parted in the middle, because that way, if I tried to part it on the side, then I'd have that stuff really getting in my eyes. So I've been doing this, and I asked my granddaughters and my daughter, I said, should I cut my hair again short like I had it before, or should I leave it longer like this? And it was a unanimous decision. Do not cut your hair. Leave it the way it is. So, okay, here we are. Okay, and the next one, this is a kit. Dimensions. Gold. And this one is Paris Market. This is beautiful. Of course, I haven't done enough on it yet to make what I'm doing here look beautiful, but the picture looks beautiful. Okay, there we are. A lot of trees in there. Just starting down there at the tops of those awnings on those buildings. We'll get there. Eventually. How's everybody been doing? I keep hearing about the COVID coming up again. I have magnets sticking together there. I really don't go out too much. I I went to Meijer today to pick up a few things. I wore my mask in there because being Sunday. Oh, that's right. I didn't tell you the date. I am so bad at that. It's Sunday, and it is September 12th, is it? Was yesterday September 11th? My brain. It's horrible. Anyways, it's Sunday. So anyways, it was really busy in there, and so I just wore the mask. I don't like wearing a mask, but I do it. All the medical places here in Ohio, when you go, you have to wear a mask. It's required. Most of the other places, it's not been mandated that we have to go back to wearing a mask. I've been vaccinated. I got my vaccinations back in March, but I don't know how effective they were because at the time I was on 22 milligrams of prednisone. And I asked my rheumatologist the other day about getting the shingles vaccine, and he told me I better wait another couple months and try to get down a little bit more on the prednisone before, because he said otherwise it might not be as effective. So that makes me really think that maybe that COVID vaccine I had wasn't. But, oh well. Okay, there is Candemar Designs, Thomas Kincaid, and what was the name of that? Stepping Stone Cottage. And here's where I am on that. A lot of blue in there. A little bit hard to see. It goes all the way over to here. I don't know if you can see it goes down there. But when all the stitches get across up there, that's going to be beautiful. Okay, and there's a lot of controversy around here right now about school children having to wear masks. There are parents that are saying, no, my kids are not going to wear a mask to school. And there are schools that are saying, yes, your children are going to wear a mask to school. So I don't know what's going to happen. Could be a little wild. All right, this was a new start. And this was a kit. It came with this frame, and the finished product will go in the frame, like so. And this was, I won this in a giveaway from, what was her name? Lynn, Canadian Stitcher. I think that's what her YouTube name was. And I've not seen her on YouTube in a while. And so I don't know what happened there. But this is where I'm at. I'm going to move my needle minder out of the way a little bit. But I started kind of here and with the sleigh, and then I came down here, and then I did this one. And I've been trying to do some of the, is it showing up? Been trying to do some of the back stitching as I go, a little bit. This is a real nice one, and it's old. It's called Country Christmas, and it design works, and it was 1989 by Linda Coleman. But it's one of those older designs that, in my estimation, will never grow old. Okay, I'm still going. All right, this is Fruit Bowl, and this is the one that I don't have a picture of this because it was a free chart down at Keepsakes in Cincinnati, and it was just sitting there. It has nothing on it about who designed it, nothing. So, but here's where I am with it. It's pretty. So I will continue on with that. This is the start of the grapes right here. And so I'm going to keep working away on that. Okay, and this was another new start. And this is Prairie Schooler, Christmas Eve. And I'm working on that top one there with the reindeer and the sleigh. And move my needle binder here. And that's where I am. Just a small start. I started this one, and then I started the other Country Christmas, and I decided that Country Christmas, I would work more on that. And then I may pull this out, but I may wait until I get that other one done and then start working on this one more. Okay, just a few more. Probably thinking, wow, she's never showed this many unless it was a whip parade. Nope, it's not a whip parade. I still got plenty more over there. Okay, now this one, I had started this using the kit fabric, which was a light blue. And I don't know why I do that, because I hate the Ada that they put in these dimensions kits. Unless, you wash the heck out of it and soak it and get all that sizing out of it and stuff. And I sat down to work on this the one day, and I was like, my fingers were getting sore from pushing that needle through and pulling it through the other side. And I was like, why am I doing this to myself? So I went upstairs and I pulled out my material, and I decided that this piece, I'm going to just flash it to you real quick. Can you see the modeling in that blue? It's a deeper blue than what's showing up. If you look at what this color is showing up, that's more like what this actually is. And then this is much deeper blue. Maybe that. Can you see that? But anyways, this is Village Canal. It's a Dimensions kit. And so I restarted it on this, and it was so much easier. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I had, a good portion done up here. So that's all I got done on the restart. So, but it'll be much easier to stitch now. And I love this fact. This fabric is, Fabrics by LJ. He's not dying anymore, and that upsets me because his fabrics are awesome. And most of this stuff is 14 count. There may have been a 16 count in there or something somewhere, but most of it is 14. That's the easiest for me to see with my LED light magnifier. And this is Free Kittens. And been working on this one for quite a long time. But I sat down and I did quite a bit. Here's another one where I got all the floss on floss ring. I think these look so pretty like this. Lots better than in a plastic bag in the box. Okay, let's see, where am I at here? Let's see if I can get this up there. Okay, here it is. I was working down there where the cat is and the border down to the bottom and turned the corner, and then I came up and I started working on her dress and coming down there. Still haven't given her a face or finished backstitching the other side of her hair. You can see one side's backstitched, the other side isn't. But this is a real nice chart. I like it. And a really wonderful Flosstube friend of mine that had seen this in one of my videos and had to order it. And she's been working on hers. And then she turned around and she sent me Happy Mail. This was quite a while ago for the chart Peace Angel. And I haven't started that yet. It's in my pile of to-dos. And those charts are by Diane Arthurs. And anybody who's been with me for a long time knows that the cardinals that I did was by Diane Arthurs. And that was a beautiful stitch. It's hanging in my hallway upstairs. And then I have 90 million other things that are upstairs that are waiting to be finished. And I am working on that room and trying to, my granddaughter put a whole bunch of stuff in there, so I'm trying to clear up and straighten up so that I can find my table again. She took one of my tables to paint and left all of her stuff all over it, and my other table has my stuff on it, so I am trying little by little. It's too hot in the summertime to be up there for long. But when I do get that taken care of, I'm going to pull out some of those things and I'm going to start doing some finishing. Okay, and here I have a chart called God's Love. And this is by Ursula Michael. And this is one of the charts that I have been, originally I had been trying to scan to my email some charts and then get them into Google and then Dropbox, and then try to put them into Pattern Keeper. And doing it on my printer, I couldn't get the grids to line up good. So then one day I went to try to do one, and my printer will no longer read the internet. It says it's connected, but it keeps saying it can't find the computer to send, it can't connect to email, it can't do this, it can't do that. And I don't really print much, so I thought I'm not going out and buy another printer. So I have been going up to the local library every so often and taking some of my charts with me and using their really, really nice copier, scanner, printers, and scanning things into my email and then doing the same thing, coming home, opening them up, getting them into Google, and then Dropbox, and then to Pattern Keeper. And one of them, I had a hard time getting it to line up. It just took me a while. But I'm getting better at it, and so I'm getting some of these into Pattern Keeper so that I don't have to mess with these paper charts so much. Because some of them are just hard for me to see. But anyways, here's where I am with God's love. I've been working, I did some more of the shells and did the back stitching on them, and then I started down with some of the blues and a few more letters. And it's going to be a lot of fun when I get down into this part and all of this blue here and more blue here. That was what drew me to this chart, was all these blues. The shells, not so much. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think we have only one more. How long have I been? Oh my, 42.5 minutes. Okay, this one I was just working on this morning. And this is a Design Works kit. Home Sweet Home. Puppies and kitties. And this one has a lot of backstitch. And I have been trying to do a lot of the backstitching as I go. But you know how that goes. But anyways, there it is. I did that milk bottle over there, and I backstitched it, and there was a line of stitching underneath those 3 jars over there. Then I came over to this side, and I have been filling in this area right here. There's a lot of light white and light gray stitches in there for that little guy. And he's a mouse, isn't he? I think he is. Anyways, I will continue to work on this one. Oh, and I'm having one of those. One of the things with PMR is that for no reason at all, you just start sweating, drenched. And that's what I'm doing right now. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I'm almost at the end. You might see me melt right here on screen. That wouldn't be so great. Maybe I get a drink of tea here. I am finding that carbs are very, very bad for me with this, and also sugar. So I have been trying to cut way back. And, see the back of my hair in just 2 minutes here. The whole back of my hair is sopping wet. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm so glad if you came and watched my video, and I really appreciate everybody that has stayed a subscriber and has continued to follow me. It's wonderful having friends out there. I am going to try to continue with the videos. I don't know how often, so if you don't see me for a little while, don't worry. I'll still be here kicking. I just maybe don't have the time. I do spend an awful lot of time with caregiving for Bob, but I am getting paid now. VA sent me a nice big fat catch-up check because I had applied back in March and I just got the check at the end of August. So it was a nice big fat catch-up, and we're going to use some of that money to possibly, we have to check out the cost, but we're possibly thinking about switching our tub and shower over to a walk-in shower. We had thought about a walk-in bath, but then I started reading some of the pros and cons and the fact that, which I had never thought of, you know, they have a door in them, so you have to get in them and then turn the water on. And if you're going to do a bath with the jets and stuff, and you also have to let it drain before you can get out. And I thought, I'm too impatient for that, and I think Bob is too. And so then we thought, well, maybe just a walk-in shower. That way it will only have a small thing for him to step over, and especially as time goes on. And it might even be helpful for me if I'm having a lot of back issues. So we're going to check that out. Those walk-in tubs, I guess they can be more than $10,000. That's too much. And even that for a walk-in shower, I guess they can be like up around $8,000 depending on what you get. So we'll have to see. Probably make a call this week and see about getting an estimate or so forth. So I guess that's about it. So I'm going to say goodbye for right now, and plan to come back again when I have something to show you. Won't be this much stuff, hopefully. So take care. Still sending out my love and my hugs to everybody. Hope everybody's well, and I hope you all are enjoying your stitching. So have a great fall, and I will see you all later. Bye.